Hello again and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all well. Today I'm going to be showing you all the things I have colored in the month of February, and I will also show you my works in progress. So I made a mistake in my completed works for January because I forgot that I had actually colored in this page. So I thought I would just add it to my February completed videos and show you from here. So it's in Country Charm by Maria Teresa Goodrich. It's a Creative Haven book, and through the month of January I decided to color again in this book. I actually really enjoy Teresa Goodrich's pictures, especially her landscapes. So I like the fact that she added a sun as a light source. It really helped me to focus on the direction of the sunlight. So I imagined the sun was kind of peeking out through the cloud and hitting some of the snow hilltops. I also tried to catch some of the sunlight here on the tops of the trees in the barn, and I tried to also bring it down. And I find it actually draws your eye to the snow. So I quite like that I was able to do that. I looked at reference photos for the deer, and I think I like his fur the best. I tried to focus on a bit of a fur technique and add a bit of texture to them, as well as the bunny. So overall, I'm very, very pleased with how this page turned out. It was quite a lot of effort to color in all the snow. I used Prismacolor pencils and a white jelly roll for highlights. So that is what I forgot to show you in my January video, and it is in Country Charm by Teresa Goodrich. Then, as mentioned in my earlier videos, quite a few people actually in the coloring community have been coloring pages out of Hannah Carlson's books. So I have Tales from the Midnight Masquerade, Tales from the Forest Kingdom, and Magical Dawn. And I committed the whole month of February to coloring as many pages as I could in Hannah Carlson books. To be honest, I did relatively okay. I did color in a few different pages as well, but that was mainly just to spice it up and keep my interest kind of going. I really love Hannah Carlson's illustrations. I think she's an amazing artist. So let's start with Magical Dawn. I completed a whip in here. Somewhere. Here. So this is a whip. I started this page in I think it was about July 2021, and I bought washi tape, music washi tape, for the background. I'd had just a lot on my mind at the time, and I'd been thinking through things, and I remembered a painting someone had given me for my youngest son, and in that picture was a beautiful bird and a key and oranges and greys, and I think there might have also been locks. I can't quite remember. So this page had some meaning and personal stuff attached to it for me, and when I saw it, I really wanted to color it in a specific way. So I put the music background, and I decided to theme it with reds and yellows and golds, and I wanted to pick up the colors here on the washi tape. So I colored it on and off up until February, and then February I finally had the courage to finish it off, and I realized if I did the body with a very white to pale blue, it would tie in everything quite well. I used Dove Craft glitter glue for the sparkle on the pages, and gold acrylic paint. I also used white Sakura Jelly Roll to go around the pearls and these leaves here, and just remove any black lines. And the rest of it I used Prismacolor pencils. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very pleased that I completed it, and I think it is one of my favorite pictures I've done in this book. I was working on another whip, and then I lost inspiration. So I'm slowly working on this background here. I took watercolor and I was creating an outdoor background, and then I want to create a wood texture here at the bottom, so it looks like the apple is resting on a table. But only after I'd done it did I realize I'd gotten this side wrong, so I'm going to have to try and color or watercolor brown up to here so that it doesn't look disjointed. And then here I've used Castle Arts, and the rest of it I'm busy using Prismacolors. So I just need to really just get on with it and finish this page, but that is one of my whips for now. And that's what I've been doing in Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson. Next is Tales from the Forest Kingdom, and in January I did this small little picture, and I did this one, just one quick morning. My boys were getting on with whatever they needed to do for school, and they didn't need me, so I just pulled out a few pencils, sat and quickly did this. And I really wanted to keep it simple. I ummed and ahed about adding a background and decided against it because I really like how I've colored it, and I didn't want to spoil the colors. I think if I put a little bit of a blue background, it could work, but well, you know, when in doubt, don't. So I didn't. Next up, and I used polychromos, and I did use Prismacolor pencils for the pearls just because I like the way they blend. For pearls I really want to create quite a smooth blend of colors, and then I used white Sakura Jelly Roll around them. And then I did a color along video for all of you, and I used Derwent Inktense pencils as a base. Then I added polychromos pencils, a lot of Posca pen, because as you would have seen, it leaked. So I had to use a paintbrush and just maneuver it around. I'm not 100% sure I chose the right shade of green, but I think the idea of the green, the purple and the pink does work well together. So I'm not displeased with the color combination. I used a bit of white Sakura Jelly Roll just for extra highlights, and black Posca and a black pen to do the black sections here. And it was a fun page. I was very proud of myself for being able to color it quickly and do it on camera. So I feel like that's a success. So yeah, that's my support for Hannah Carlson page in Tales from the Forest Kingdom. My next Hannah Carlson book, and the last one that I've been working on, just zoom you out, is in Tales from the Midnight Masquerade. Now I looked a lot on Instagram for inspiration for these beautiful pictures, and I came across an artist or colorist by the name of, her handle is Salmonella Art, and she had done both these pages together, and it was just absolutely exquisite. And her way of doing it really captured and brought beauty, because uncolored, this page wasn't very inspiring for me, but when I saw the colored, the inspiration just came. So I really appreciate her art and give me the inspiration I needed. So I did Neocolor 2s for the background, Posca pen, and Sakura Jelly Roll for the stars and all the highlights. And then I colored the rest of it with Polychromos pencils. And yeah, there are a few places on the Galaxy background that I'm not happy with. I think I could have used less water and a lot more pigment, but I'm not displeased with it. I'm actually really proud of how it's turned out, and I'm busy filming and coloring this page. So the video, I'm still editing the video for the Lady of the Night, and I hope to release it soon, and over the weekend do a bit more of coloring videos for this page. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I think it's a great start. So that is my finished work and my whip in Tales from the Midnight Masquerade by Hannah Carlson. Now onto my whips. I jumped back into Mysteria by Anastasia Eli Calderiva, and I'm going to need to zoom you out. She's looking so lovely. I did go online. I found on YouTube a channel, I think it's called Gemma Chambers Art, and she does, I think she's a self-taught realist artist, and she had tutorials on how to do hair with polychromos, and I've been using polychromos a lot more on this page. So her skin and her face has all been done with Prismacolor, but the dress, the thistles, and her hair here and her eyebrow have been done with polychromos, and I really wanted to test how the polychromos would behave on the paper, and I found that they work really well. I do need to layer them up a bit more, and I tend to take a bit of a medium pressure with them, whereas with Prismacolors I tend to use a more lighter hand. I also played with adding some stray hairs on her hair, so it just gives a slightly messier look. But you can see it's a little bit shy because I really don't want to mess up the picture, so I'm not going too overboard with the hairs, but experimenting. So up till now I've done only the portrait section, so her skin tone, her eyes, her lips on camera, and I'm still needing to edit that, and I've done this section a little bit on camera. But the rest of this page is going to be completed on camera so that I can give you a full tutorial on how to color pale skin, black hair color, and you know, even here with the skull and bones, I'll show you how to do that. And I plan to do the raven on camera as well. So it's a slow going process because I'm trying to do it really well, and I'd rather not post the videos until I'm done so you can get it all kind of at one go. But yeah, I'm very pleased with her, and I'm leaning towards possibly a light blue background. I don't think I'm going to make the background very fancy. I quite like how it's done. I might see if I can maybe make this more of a frame, so it's more of like a picture that you would put on a wall, but we'll see. I first want to finish this and then do the background last. So that is my whip in Mysteria by Anastasia Eli Kolderiva. And I've continued working in Gracia Salvo's book, and I've really been enjoying this one, although I did choose a page that is really busy, so it's taking me quite a while to get through. I'm using polychromos here on the leaves, Prismacolor on her face and skin, and Prismacolors on her hair. And I think it's coming out quite well, although when I ask my boys what they think of it, of the hair, if it looks black, my middle son said to me, "No, Mom, it looks grey." So I think the jury's still out on whether I'm succeeding in black hair or not, but you know, we don't learn unless we keep practicing and trying. So I'll keep working on the black hair, and I'll try different colors as well. I'll try to do more portraits with blonde hair and ginger hair and play with it. I don't, to be honest, the page isn't finished, so I might change my mind. At the moment, though, I'm not 100% sure that her hair matches her skin. She may need more of a brown hair color to match her skin, but we'll see when the page is done. It might just be because it's incomplete. But yeah, it's a fun process, and I'm learning how it goes. This paper holds quite well. I mean, it's a bit of, I've been pressing a bit hard here, but it takes quite a few layers. So even though it's printed on, I think, higher quality of Amazon paper, or it's the Amazon edition. I know the paper isn't brilliant, but it's actually not terrible either. Some of the other Amazon books I've got their paper is way worse than this, so I am pleased with the paper in this book. So that is Gracia Salvo's Wild Soul coloring book. And again in February I decided to indulge myself, and I bought myself 2 coloring books. I indulged and bought Romantic Country, the second tale by Airy, and I've started in it and then I've panicked and closed the book. But I'm working on this double page spread here. Let me just lift you up a bit more. So it's slow. I'll bring you down. This is the finished bark, or for part of the wood. So this is what I'm hoping to do over the entire area. I need to pencil in where the moss is going to go, and I'm thinking of bringing moss around the fungi here. What I'm struggling with this page is knowing which colors to go where, how to do what. So I'm just finding it a little bit overwhelming, but with time I'll get there. And I've also trying to work on a grass technique. So I'm trying to do individual blades of grass to give it that grass texture, which is tediously long and probably not worth doing, but I do want to practice it. And because Airy's gone and added the, you know, these little marks here to show the texture of grass, I thought it would be fun to just practice and experiment. So yeah, this is what I'm currently working on in Romantic Country. Hopefully I'll get it done in March and have a completed works in here. It's a beautiful book though. I'm really pleased I bought this, and I've got the first tale in my Amazon basket, so that's on the agenda. Next, I went and I got Goddesses by Marty. It just cost me a couple of pounds, and my kids have been, especially my eldest, he's thoroughly enjoying Greek mythology, so I decided it would be fun to color along and do some work in, mythology, and just mix it up for a bit. So I'm using Castle Art pencils on this entire page, and I'm not 100% sure they're the right pencil for this paper. It's layering up okay, but I think the Prismacolors might blend a bit better on this. I'm just a bit reluctant to use my expensive pencils on cheap paper, because this is, just like standard print paper. There's not much layers you can do. But I'm practicing, just enjoying coloring, and I don't want to always be copying my pictures onto expensive paper. I think I'll get there, but I'm not there yet. I quite like having a book and then flipping through it and seeing all the pictures colored in. And I really like that's how her dress is coming out. I think it creates her as a focal point, which is what I want. I have also been inspired by coloring with Elena. She's done a few pages in this book, and I liked how she did it. So I'm not following her color along videos, but I am referring back to them from time to time, just to see how she interpreted the drawings. And then I'm thinking about how do I want to do the piece. So instead of going a very dark background here with the hieroglyphs, I've decided to go a lighter background, but then here I'll probably go dark again so that it carries on that frame aspect. And that is my whip in Goddesses by Marty. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.